Springfield's pure classic rock. 104.7 The Cave.
Hey, what's going on? Mike the Intern, good morning. It's Monday. Back to work. Today on the show, we're talking about the new Living in the Past box set from Jethro Tull, where you can see Diamond David Lee Roth on the road this year. Heart covering Led Zeppelin, and they got their stolen instruments back. And we're going to talk about where you can see Styx still this summer. 6:30 and 7:30 morning spin. We are celebrating the 55th anniversary of Working Man's Dead from the Grateful Dead. Vote for your favorite song from that record online, 1047thecave.com. Now we'll play your favorite songs from that record on Friday, 6:20 and 8:20. Ned Reynolds and myself are talking sports. 7:20, your keys to the kingdom for the Kansas City Chiefs. 7:45, Guitar Hero Worship. 8:25, 30 Degrees of Mike the Intern. Then during the 9 o'clock hour, it is a much-needed kick in the ass from Ned Reynolds, what we call Motivational Mornings. You can stream the show online, 1047thecave.com. From our 104.7 The Cave app, you got a smart device, ask it to play 104.7 The Cave. It'll do it, or you can always listen to us on a radio. Good morning, Robin. And good morning, Brad. You guys had a great weekend. I power washed my house and mowed my yard. I also did a thing with the artboard on Friday, but then Saturday was kind of just hanging out with the kids. I'm really getting tired of our weekends being ruined by weather, you know. And then, of course, this coming weekend's Father's Day weekend should be my weekend to do whatever I want, go floating. If I just want to sit outside and stare into the distance, I should be able to do that. But I'm not going to be able to do any of those things because it's supposed to rain all weekend. So thanks. It's great. Not really. I'm not happy. I'm being sarcastic, as you can tell. Kansas on Springfield's pure classic rock, 104.7 The Cave. Carry on, Wayward Son. 6:36 right now at 61. I'm Mike the Intern. Time for a morning spin. Brought to you by Greenlight Dispensary. Those fine people are on National here in Springfield. You can always order online, greenlightdispensary.com. They'll get you in and out through that drive-thru. I use it all the time. This week we're celebrating the 55th anniversary of the fourth studio album from a band called The Grateful Dead, released on June 14th, 1970. Recorded mainly at Pacific High Recording in San Francisco, and it was kind of a return for the band. And what I mean by that is these guys started out, they were really heavily into folk music. I mean, in the early to mid 60s, I mean, before all the psychedelic Haight-Ashbury stuff started to kick off, a lot of these guys were folk musicians. I mean, because that's what everyone was into. You think about like early Bob Dylan, stuff like that, Peter, Paul, and Mary, you know what I mean? And Jerry Garcia was one hell of a folk musician. I mean, even bluegrass musician. You can look at his later stuff that he did with David Grisham and all that stuff, and it definitely proves what he was before he got into the psychedelia. So, but then obviously the band would become more of a psychedelic band. Well, before they started this record, their lyricist, Robert Hunter, decided to join them on the road for the first time. And this led to them writing together, getting songs written down and solidified faster. But it also kind of lent themselves back to returning to where they started, which was that folk music. And I think that's why I love this record so much, because after, you know, putting out a couple very heavily psychedelic records, they come back with this album that's almost like a folk rock record, which is one of my favorites from the band. It starts off with one of my favorite songs by the Dead, Uncle John's Band, on vinyl on 104.7 The Cave. All right, I'm out. I'm going to listen to the song. Have a great day. And if you need me, you know where to find me. I'm here till 10, 104.7 The Cave.